Hey, good morning, everybody. It is March. Good gravy, everybody. It's March. I just said good gravy, and it is March. Did you know it is March 1st today? All right, we are flying through the year. March was the official 1-year break of things shutting down a year ago, so we've hit the 12-month mark. I'm going to do research this week to find out exactly what day, and I need to do some research to figure out exactly what day I started the Morning Brew. We're about at the 1-year mark, so we're going to have one heck of a birthday party for the Morning Brew. So we will get information on that and make sure that it is going to be an incredible celebration. Joy and I will be able to celebrate with you guys the happy birthday brew one year into this. So we will, I'll find the dates on that. I'll scroll back in the old Facebook world. Looky there, I am drinking out of the Hustle Juice mug because Hustle Juice is the Monday mug of choice today. Get a little bit of Hustle Juice in you so you can hustle, and get things done. It's going to be an incredible week. It is nothing but a beautiful weather week and lots of opportunity to get things done. What's on your plate today? I'm going to say hi to some people. Scott and Brenda, hello. Good morning to you. And Mr. Dave, good morning. And Chuck, good morning all day long. And Melinda, how are you? Good to see you. And Andrew, top of the morning to you. Aunt Barb, how are you? Aunt Barb with lots of exclamation marks. I like that. That's positive. Way to go, Aunt Barb. Heidi, good morning to you as well. And Tanya, good morning. And John, everybody up and at it, knowing that it is Monday. You watching the Morning Brew. It's a little bit of a shot of a morning espresso to get you going. Kendra, how are you? And Melissa, morning from Florida. Nancy, good morning to you. I like everybody's little coffee emojis in there. Good morning. So that's kind of neat. Brian, good morning. New week, new month. Boom, boom, boom. Let's march forward. Get it? March forward. What's the little saying? Somebody help me out. March, march like a something lion, lamb. I should know this. Go ahead and tell it to me. Someone put it in the comments, something about lion and lambs and March and weather and something I'm sure out of the Farmer's Almanac book or whatever. Good morning, Lisa. Mark Cartwright, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Bob, good morning. Hope that knee's doing well. Can't wait to see you up and at it. In like a lion, out like a lamb. So if today's a nice day, what if it's in like a lamb? I don't know. I should know these little things. I don't know these things. So anyway, I hope you have a little bit of hustle juice. I got good things to do this week. I don't need to bore you with my to-do list, but some things for project graduation, which is right around the corner for high school seniors. Some things for MHS Huddle, which is for the football program that kicks off. First game on March 19th. So we're in the month of football. Usually they call it the boys of fall football, but now it's the month of March football. But we are so excited that we're going to be able to see some high school football here in a few weeks around our area. The Apollo Conference will be rolling out. So that is Mattoon and Charleston and Effingham and Mount Zion and Taylorville and Monticello and other places that I can't think of off the top of my head. All right. Andrew says, if it's in like a lamb, out like a short-haired terrier. No, that's not it. No. I wonder if it's out like my dog who just lays there. Hey, Mocha. Psst. Nothing. She just lays there. I would tell you that's her morning routine. That's her afternoon routine. That's her evening routine. That's pretty much her 24/7 routine. And she's not even that old. She's like 3 years old. She just loves to lay around. And during shelter in place, I was just so jealous. I'm like, I just want to go lay around. Anyway, okay, I did something yesterday before I dive into the most important meetings that you can ever have. I did a thing last night that it was a little sentimental, a little touching. I don't know if my sister's watching that yet or not, but so the high school students at our house, we are a host home. So our responsibility is get the home ready, get some food going, create the environment. We have incredible small group hosts or small group leaders that come in, Austin and Chloe, and meet with the students and connect and all that great stuff. And we had, I don't know, 28 kids over here last night. So Linda, she's not sleeping. She stared at me. Her eyes are open. She's just looking at me. Anyway, she's just happy to be here. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So typically once things get going and they get into their discussions, Joy and I just kind of slip away and sit in a chair and, Joy's reading her book. And I was like, I don't know. I was reading a book, but it was kind of a heavy book, like Dietrich Bonhoeffer on cost of discipleship, very heavy. And there was a lot of just, chatter in the room. So I was like, I can't concentrate. I can't read this book. So you know what I did? I did a crossword puzzle. Last night. And my dad used to do a crossword puzzle every day in the newspaper. And my Joy looked over, he's like, just like your dad. And I'm like, I actually really liked it. I kind of made fun of him when I was a kid, all the crossword puzzles he'd sit there and his newspaper would be folded 15 ways. And then it was just his little newspaper and crossword puzzle. And he had his pen and he would work on his crossword puzzle. And then here I was last night working on a crossword puzzle. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And it was kind of fun. So I don't know why, just transparent, had a lot of memories of my dad and thinking about him. And I don't know if anybody struggles with grief and mourning. I can just tell you it's natural and it comes and goes and it's okay. Like, don't hold that back because that's how the Lord made us, with those emotions. And I want to tell you, when it's people close to your life that you love, it's okay to miss them. That's very meaningful. That is very, very, very appropriate. So yeah, Chuck said, yes, he did. Chuck worked with my dad and probably saw many folded up crossword puzzles. So last night I even finished it. I got the crossword puzzle done. I think I screenshotted it. I was doing it on my computer because we don't have a newspaper to fold up. So I had I had one on my computer. But yeah, anyway, that was kind of fun. Good memories of working on crossword puzzles, thinking about my dad, and finishing it. So, yep. What else? Oh gosh, yeah. Another thing, my dad would have been shaking my head out this weekend with me and the kids was, wait a minute, slow the train down. Jenny asked if I cheated. No, I didn't cheat, Jenny. Okay, maybe once. Maybe once, because I clicked on help me with one letter. Is that cheating or asking for help? I know on the newspaper you can't really click. On this particular program, you could click on one box and say, show me the letter. So yes, I cheated. Or no, I asked for help. What is it? Cheating or asking for help? They let you do it. I mean, there's a little button that says, show me the letter. Show me the letter. Jenny, why did you ask that? How dare you? How dare you? And then she said, I knew it. Jenny Shaw, I'm watching you. I am watching you. Jenny Shaw, incredible family friend who probably also saw my dad fold up his newspaper and do crossword puzzles in his chair. So yeah, it's some people are saying asking for help. Thank you, Sarah Wong. I know I could always trust you, Melinda. Cheating. So where was I? Oh yeah, another thing that probably had my dad shaking his head was so when I asked my dad to go fishing, like he loved to go fishing, but like he wanted to catch fish and he wanted it to be like a kind of an easy, fun experience. So it had to be great weather, the right time of year, no wind, and he didn't like cold. And so fishing, he was going to go, but the conditions had to be just right. So Saturday we took the boys fishing because it was just neat to get out of the house when we went to Lake Paradise, and there was ice on the lake. And so not in all of it, but like 80% of the lake was covered in ice. And then there was a portion that wasn't covered in ice. And so the boys were casting, they were casting their lure as far as they could so it'd land on the ice. And they're like, watch my lure. And then bloop, and then it'd fall into the water. I'm like, my dad, he shake his head, going, what are you idiots doing? It's cold out. There's ice on the lake. And you ain't gonna catch nothing. And guess what? He was right. We didn't catch nothing. But we had a lot of fun. And it was. I've never been fishing when there was ice on the lake. So good memories. It was nice out. We needed to get out of the house. I talked about that last week, where it was get out of the house this weekend because it was going to be so nice. Who would have thought it could be 60 degrees outside and there is ice on the lake? Who thunk? I had no idea. So anyway, let's get back to, yes, thank you, Melissa. If the option is to ask, then it's not cheating. It was assisted help. I got assistance. So I won with assistance. It was teamwork. It was me and the computer coming together to win. So anyway, most important meeting of the day. So usually you'd think, so Monday for me, Monday is staff meetings and connect with the staff and teams and some one-on-ones and trying to kind of look backwards on what happened during the week and then think way ahead, like what are we working on? What are some things we have to get accomplished? What are some things that we can help people with? Things like that. So those meetings are important. But I'm going to tell you, and I was reading, and I got to be super transparent. I got behind on my reading plan. That's the daily reading plan. So I was catching up, and I just sat down today, and I was just reading Exodus because that's where I need to be, even though I'm behind a little bit. I just want to share something with you. Like, you want to talk about the most important meeting that you can ever have. Exodus chapter 33. This is when Moses was just with God, and then it wrote down on the tablets, and the people were crazy, and they started creating their own golden idols and calves and worshiping things that they shouldn't worship. And so Moses is trying to lead the people right direction. He's trying to lead them. It says this. I love this. It says, now Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. Anyone inquiring of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp. There's so much packed in this that is relevant today. Now, I realize we don't set up a tent and we don't have to have one special place to meet with the Lord. But listen, Moses knew this, and we need to hear this. Sometimes you just got to get outside the camp. Sometimes you just got to get outside of the hustle and the bustle. Sometimes you got to get outside of the ordinary and the normal and everybody's routine, and you got to pitch a tent somewhere special to meet with the Lord. I'm speaking to some people today because you're trying to do some devotions and read, and the kids are around, and you're trying to find the right time, and you don't have like that space, that moment, that place. And Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, and he called it the tent of meeting. In fact, this is incredible. Like, this is a cool story. I want to read it to you. So now Moses used to take a tent out and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. Anyone inquiring the Lord would go. Okay, listen to this. In verse 8, and whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people rose and stood at the entrances of their tents, watching Moses until he entered the tent. As Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and stay at the entrance while the Lord spoke with Moses. Can you imagine when you see your leader going to meet with the Lord? Everyone would get out of their tents, stop what they're doing, stand up, and honor, respect, and out of awe, watch Moses, knowing that their leader was getting ready to meet with God. That is like this amazing picture in my head where everyone knew what really mattered. It wasn't like this phenomenal. Like, oh, we want to watch the cloud, and oh, we're going to cheer on Moses as he goes. And you know, it really wasn't even about Moses, you know. And it's not like, oh, look at our leader. Yeah. No, it was they understood the significance of meeting with God. And they understood the significance of that moment, that something where natural and supernatural was getting ready to come together. I love it. And then in verse 11, it says this: the Lord would speak to Moses face to face as one speaks to a friend. Man, I am hungry for that. I'm gonna be super transparent. When I was reading that this morning, I'm like, that's the meeting of the day. That's your meeting. You want to have the best meeting of the day. It's not with your boss. It's not having a meeting with your spouse, you know, to go over the calendar. I mean, those are all important, but the best meeting of the day is right here. Getting into a tent and speaking face to face with the Lord as a friend speaks to a friend. Man, that's powerful. Like, I want that. I want you to want that. I want us to crave that type. I'm hanging on to that one. We're going to unpack that one more. I'm going to unpack that at church. We need this. We need that experience every day where we understand the meaningfulness of spending one-on-one time with God. So much that people would stand up and go, there it is again. And like, appreciate, respect the moment when people spend time with God, and they would know how powerful that is. Now did you read your Bible and pray? Did you do your devotions? Did you follow your Bible plan? Did you go to church? And it's all these little check. What if we stood up and went, oh, there they are. They're meeting with God. They're meeting with God. He's meeting with God. She's meeting with. What if our kids would look at us and go, Dad's meeting with God? I don't know if my kids, Dakota's 17 years old. I don't know if my kids in 17 years have ever stopped what they're doing and watched me pray and meet with God on my own. I don't think they've seen that. I don't think they've ever I don't think it's been such a powerful moment that they've just stopped. Could you imagine your kid, playing Xbox, and all of a sudden go, Dad's meeting with God. Wow. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud, everybody. I'm thinking out loud, and I'm telling you, we're on to something. Go do it. Go do it, everybody. Go do it. That's what we're working on this week. That's something we need to do. Hey, let's share the brew today, because there's a lot of people who need to meet with the Lord. There's a lot of people who need to create a little space to meet with the Lord. And I'm going in my head right now, so I'm going to log off, and I think I'm just going to go back to my chair that I've been sitting in for the last half an hour reading and spend a little bit more time with the Lord. And I think you would do yourself a favor by having the meeting with the Lord the best meeting of your day today. If you've got a meeting, if you have a schedule full of to-dos and things you got to get done, make sure your meeting with the Lord is the most important meeting that you do today. March 1st, everybody. Let's start something new. It's going to be good. Go have the best meeting of your life. See you guys.